My name's Adele Richardson and I was born in Mackay, Queensland, Australia.
Oh, nice and warm up there.
Yeah, beautiful. My first trip to Rwanda was in 2002, after both my parents had passed away and left me a massive inheritance. I had known for many years what I was to do when I received this money. I began by sponsoring 10 children through World Vision. But I told the Lord, I'm not sitting behind an ivory desk writing out checks. I'm a hands-on person and I'm going to go and check these people out for myself. The Rwandese have got an expression, when you come to our country, you go away taking part of us, which is pretty right. But one little kid in particular sticks out in my mind. She had been burnt severely when she was a baby. She was now 2 years of age, and what had happened was she had no help and the parents had laid her in a fetal position. So from her back of her ankle up to her thigh was infused into her buttocks. She required reconstructive surgery and at least 2 operations. So anyway, she had her 2 operations and she was up and walking. She and I didn't like one another once at the beginning because I think she was more frightened of me than anything. She was just, really a beautiful dispositioned child. All day long she would just walk around with a elastoplast empty spool with a bit of string dragging it along, stop occasionally to look at the other kids with disdain as they raced around pushing other kids in wheelchairs and making a lot of noise and thinking, like, you could read a mind, can't they behave themselves? But we shared some good times, like when she would bring her little curry comb out for me to comb her hair, and then she'd want me to comb my hair, and I'd pretend to, and then at the same time saying, Lord, no lice today. Or we'd have a chubba chubba lolly and she couldn't unwrap it. So she'd bring it to me and I'd unwrap it. She'd have a lick and then of course it was my turn to have a lick. But she just really grabbed my heartstrings. She was, just such a beautiful kid.
My name is Vicky Ojiacho. I'm a senior post student. If I want to continue with my study, and after I'll be a doctor. To save people's life the way I have saved, because when there is no doctor in the world, no one would have saved my life. So I want also to be a doctor to save other people's life.
And my heart has always been for the underdog. Actually, when we were kids, Dad told me just before he died, actually, he said to me, when you were children and you got your pocket money, he said, I worry about leaving you all this. He said, because you used to go out with your pocket money. Bill would buy, my older brother, would buy all the licorice in the world because that's what he liked. My younger brother would hide his and pretend he had nothing and give me yours. But I would go out and I'd buy a cake of soap for Mum and a pencil for my brother and something else, spend all my money on everybody else. And this is what I still get into trouble for today from my husband. Why don't you do something for yourself instead of everybody else?
What difference will it make to you if you could get a new leg?
Oh, the difference.
Yeah.
So I will join the football team after.
Do you like playing football?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I asked them, what can I do to help you? Because I felt very strongly that this country was down the tube in comparison with some of the other areas due to the genocide and people being wary of the place, which I was one. They asked me if I would purchase the houses next door so that they could extend their work. I said, I'd think about it, pray about it. So anyway, I hopped on a plane and went home about a week later, and the Lord gave me a vision.
This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients. This is the operating room where we're operating from our patients.
Today we're having a very big challenge about the number of theaters. As you have seen that the patient, there are many. Patient needing surgery, there are many. And the beds down there, they are full. While we're still using one operating room, making a big long waiting list. And again, we make the challenge of because people they are here waiting, and we don't have a way of operating them.
So Pastor Hesby was the one that handled the dealings with the people next door, and we purchased the houses. I went back over and was there as the houses got diminished and as the government came with us and laid the first foundation stone of the hospital. That was an adventure. He didn't know which way the spirit level had to go, up or down or across. It was funny. I thought, you're a man, you're supposed to know everything. So anyway, the foundation stone was laid. It took 3 years to the day that was done to the hospital opened.
And what year was that?
Oh, now I'm going back to about 206. Yeah, about 206, yeah.
So you built a hospital. So
Yes.
you helped fund a hospital, you built this hospital. And what does the hospital specialise in?
We did, it was mainly orthopaedic, but now it is more of a general hospital, so which was the government's request. And also we now, instead of having just little darlings, we have up to 18 years of age because they classify up to 18 you're still a child.
Of course, right. And so the hospital's been going now for how many years?
Almost 20 years.
Yeah, right. You actually make prosthesis there at the hospital. Tell me about that.
We actually, for want of a better word, can build legs, artificial legs and arms, etc. We've got a group of about 6 or 7 guys working in there. One of them, Paul, he's been there right from the beginning, and he would be the most efficient person I've ever met. He does an absolutely brilliant job, and they're very proud of themselves now because I actually have black legs and not just white ones. We've got a workshop where they create or do wheelchairs. They might have to modernise them for the area, put it that way. If hospital bed, some kids jumping up and down or something, or visitors are jumping up and down on the bed and it collapses, they can repair that.
Good morning, Vicky.
Good morning, ma'am.
Welcome back from the hospital.
Thank you.
Vicky, I want to ask you a few questions. I want you to let me know how you first felt when they fitted your leg for the first time.
At first, I was excited. When they fitted and they told me to start working with it, I was afraid because it was very difficult and I think I was going to fail.
Or
I feel very excited. I feel I'm now become normal and I feel I will go back to do something I was not used to do before.
There's one little boy, he was the sergeant major, and he would get the chart and he'd take you to a kid's bed and he'd, like he was the patient too. But as soon as it came to giving that kid a hug and a kiss, you've been there long enough. That was it, go off to the next bed. But we got to this little girl's bed and she was waiting for her hug and a kiss. And she used to put her arms out for her hug, but because she had no legs, she just used to fall over, you know. But she was such a pretty little thing. She was just, yeah, too many favourite children, I'm afraid. Yeah.
So have you experienced corruption in that hospital?
Massive corruption, massive corruption, into the millions.
What happened?
Well, we had one hospital director who actually did me in for $1.5 million. When I went to the government about the things I had found out and demanded that they do an audit, he ran away to Congo, leaving his wife, a little baby, and a second one on the way behind. So no, there's been a massive amount of corruption and a lot of different things. Theatre equipment being stolen, a kitchen that I just spent $100,000 getting built and another 17,000 equipping. All things disappearing within 1 week.
So why are you partnering with the Payton Foundation?
Because I've been a client of Payton Finances for many years and found them to be astute in all their dealings. When they decided to begin the foundation, I sat back and watched. After a considerable time and being suitably satisfied, I decided to join hands with them. I'm not sorry I did. It was a pleasure to find a group of people with the same heart for the needy and the poor as I have.
And how is Payton going to help you with ensuring that corruption isn't going to occur again?
I've made an agreement with Payton and we've set up a structure, and it's been recorded in my will that as we're doing things now, Paytons I have entrusted to do the same thing as what's happening now when I'm dead and gone, which could be, we don't know.
So, from our perspective, Payton Foundation has a due diligence process, and we have systems and processes to make sure that the funds that get sent over there are thoroughly checked out, and that the receipts are issued, and that the place gets audited. And so we can't ensure that corruption doesn't happen, but if it does, we're going to pick it up really quickly, and we're going to be able to address it well in advance of millions of dollars going south. So that's a major contribution that we can make to your philanthropic efforts over there. We can help you ensure that the funds are going to ultimately be used to help the children in their operations. And in so doing, be able to do that and help you with your legacy after you're gone. Well, it's an amazing work you've been doing over the 20 years, and there's still more work to be done, obviously.
Yeah, lots.
We're pleased to be partnering with you and try and help you to deliver the vision that you have and help you put some structures around it so that corruption isn't a problem going forward.
There'll always be a need, there'll always be children. Yeah. And if I can't be here to watch what's going on, I've given that responsibility to Payton's, and Payton's been watched by somebody else.
That's it. Well, let's hope that's not anytime soon. Let's hope you've still got many years left of serving. Are you going to go back?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You've got one more trip in you?
One more visit and then everything done by remote access, it all said.
To